It is listen, Mary, when she says she's leaving her house, I follow her on Life 360, which is this app that I can see where she's at, but I can also see how fast she's going.
Oh, good.
But like, there's nothing I could do about it because
You
when
can
she
just watch
starts
it, though,
speeding,
yeah.
I can't call her and say slow down because I don't want to distract her while she's going, 79, 80 miles per hour. So I'm watching her as she's driving and she hits 79. And so when she gets here, I was like, baby girl, you got to watch your speed.
Okay,
like,
first of all, she was excited to see you. Okay. So calm yourself.
But I'd rather her arrive in one piece and alive.
And she did.
And she did.
Don't
she
question
did.
her skill set.
So I said, sweetheart, I saw you doing 79. She's like, that's all you saw?
And now it's time for the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, and Chris.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
That's right. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number 1 by our friends and family. We are the podcast for adults who like to laugh at adulting. If you'd like to connect with us, check out our sweet merch or join our Clubhouse. That's our Patreon, and become a friend with benefits. Just visit our website. All of our links are there. That's nonewfriendspodcast.com. And also, very important, please vote for us for Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando competition under the category Local Notables Best Local Podcast. That's vote.orlandoweekly.com. You have until August 31st. Please get your vote in. Just vote once and share and ask everybody else to vote for us. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, well, most of the time.
Yeah, sometimes.
My co-host. Sometimes, well, rarely, when she feels like
rare.
it.
No, okay, wow.
I'm an architect for her pain. She's the queen of quarantine, Mary. And our other co-host, he is a LinkedIn expert. Just give him a shout if you want some unsolicited feedback. He's the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
That is one big pile of shit.
That would be
Jurassic Park.
Oh, which one?
The first one.
Jurassic Park.
I'm also referring to the most recent movie.
Did they do that in Jurassic World Dominion?
Wow. No, he's
it was just
meaning
one
that
big
the
pile of
actual
shit.
movie is a
Oh, that was one big pile of shit. But
you know what? But
interesting
my boys loved it, though. They thought it was great.
well, it's a dinosaur movie.
It
so
was
like
so long, though. Oh my God.
The story was terrible. But
Ugh.
here's something that I didn't realize, and I can't believe I didn't pick up on this. So the CEO of Biosphere, played by
Tim
Campbell
Cook?
Scott. Huh?
Tim Cook, you mean?
Tim Cook.
He looks exactly like Tim Cook. They made him look exactly like Tim Cook. Did
Well,
you not?
I don't-
Did you not notice that?
I don't know who Tim Cook is.
The CEO of Apple.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
exactly
funny.
like him.
But do you know what his name was?
Oh, it was Dodgson.
Dodgson. We got Dodson here. See, nobody cares.
No, but
He's
But
it was actually him.
Yeah, it's Dodson from the first movie
Right.
that gave Dennis Nedry the can of Barbasol.
yeah.
I was and I was like, oh my! Like I found this out last night after I'd seen the movie, and I was like, oh, okay, now
it
it's
makes
like,
sense. Yeah.
yeah,
I
But
looked it up during
here's-
the movie.
It was
yeah,
great.
Close some
but
plot holes.
No, they did not, because they also opened their own. Like there were moments when they were under attack, and all of a sudden everybody was in the treehouse. When like one person was climbing, and they're like, "Oh my God, is that one first person going to make it?" And then all of a sudden, all of them are there. It was like a video game. You know how like when one person moves forward, everybody's there. That's what it felt like the entire time. It was fine.
Well,
It was fine.
Jurassic Park is known for its continuity and bad editing errors. I mean, just look at the first movie. Like, there's a stage lamp in the T-Rex scene. Hammond is wiping down a glass with a white cloth, and then it turns pink.
Okay, well, maybe he meant for that to happen. Okay.
And then when the raptor, like, when he breathes on the glass, you can see the air coming from the bottom, nowhere near where his nose is.
Look, you don't know his abilities to breathe air, Scott.
When little Timmy is backed up in the kitchen, and then that little ladle falls, you can see the finger push the ladle out.
No.
I've never watched that, but now I want to.
I know.
There are so many continuity errors in Jurassic Park.
I didn't know we would use
insane.
the word continuity so many times in our podcast, but I love the continuity of it.
Before we move on from Jurassic Park, I do need to hire whoever they have in charge of their Lost and Found team. I need to hire them so I can find all of my lost items, because how did they find that Barbasol can after it was washed away?
Right?
Wow.
There was washed away. There was we haven't seen
Totally
that can of
washed
Barbasol in 5 movies. There was a volcano. They did construction and
it
everything.
came out in what, 96, right? The original?
1993.
3. Okay. I mean, I don't want to do the math because math is hard, but also I was 5 when that happened. I can't find anything from when I was 5.
No.
You
not
can't
gonna
find
happen.
anything from when you were last year. How many pairs of earbuds have you gone through on this podcast?
Scott, why are you trying to pull up things from the past? Are you trying to keep up continuity with this? Like, what are we doing here? Why are you trying to do this right now?
Yeah.
I've had the same pair of earbuds that I have in right now and on my laptop and my nice headset and microphone for a while. I've had this pair of earbuds
2 weeks,
for a year.
2 weeks. This is
No, I've had these earbuds for a while. They were what I used to use on the Sunrail, but I don't
nice.
any longer because I don't ride the Sunrail anymore.
Cool. Well, listen, we could talk about Jurassic Park and all the continuity errors and all the horse S.
I just want you to say
last 2
continuity
movies
one more time.
But keeping with the continuity of this podcast and adulting and all that, we've got so much to get to. So let's get right into it. So this was a big week for me. I'm on vacation right now, and my daughter Michaela came in town. She drove in town on Saturday because this week, yesterday actually was her birthday. She turned.
I'm going to stop
17.
you right there. Did she physically drive herself into town?
She drove herself.
I can't. That
yes.
already is too much for me.
Yeah, she's
I cannot.
well, it is listen, Mary, when she says she's leaving her house, I follow her on Life 360, which is this app that I can see where she's at, but I can also see how fast she's going.
Oh, good.
But there's nothing I could do about it because
You
when
can
she
just watch
starts
it, though,
speeding,
yeah.
I can't call her and say slow down because I don't want to distract her while she's going, 79, 80 miles per hour. So I'm watching her as she's driving and she hits 79. And so when she gets here, I was like, baby girl, you got to watch your speed.
Okay, first of all, she was excited to see you. Okay. So calm yourself.
But I'd rather her arrive in one piece and alive.
she did.
And she did.
Don't
She
question
did.
her skill set.
So I said, sweetheart, I saw you doing 79. She's like, that's all you saw? So it is nerve-wracking. Mary, wait till your kids start driving. It is nerve-wracking.
So Caleb is 15. He turns 16 in the next couple of months. He already has his car. He's ready to go. And that scares me. One, because he can just leave when he wants to. He can go places. Right? And so I'm
Well,
how many...
but you got to set up some major rules and boundaries and whatnot.
So luckily he has a nicer car than I do. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little jealous. But we can, put whatever we can program basically to watch where he goes. I want to see all the things. But then kind of I don't. I feel like it'll give me more anxiety to know where he is and how fast he's going. I'd rather just know he's out and hope he comes back okay. Because too many details can be more stress. Chris, I feel like you understand this. Maybe.
Yeah, no, too many details does so
there's a fine line,
stress,
right?
for sure.
There's a fine line.
Yeah.
I just want to know enough.
Yeah,
not too
so
much.
when Emily and I share each other's locations, and until 6 months ago, Apple gave you a little blue perimeter of where the person could be, right? And now it's pinpoint accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
So
I get real time.
Yeah,
I've watched because I know which way Rachel's turning onto the street, and I'll watch to see how close it is.
I don't want to know.
It's all those damn pigeons watching us.
See, so the blue that blue little perimeter, I wish they just didn't have her location at all because she'll be getting coffee, but she'll be down the street from a hospital. and that blue thing's touching the hospital. I'm like, oh my god!
Oh boy,
Oh
yeah.
my
She
God.
checked in,
I'm
man.
panicking.
Stroke.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm waiting for my coffee. I'm like in the hospital room. Like, is it what are you talking? She's like, no, Ed, I'm at Starbucks. I'm like, oh, and then it refreshes, and then it's closer or more away from the hospital. Yeah, so less details better, but I'm still a stickler.
I don't know. I feel like I
trying
just
to know everything.
and then I
know.
try to remember when I was of that age. There was no one tracking where I was going.
No,
You know, like
No, we didn't have cell phones. I had a
No.
pager.
I mean, I had a cell phone, but they didn't know how
Well, you're like
fast I was.
23.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, that was probably the nicest thing you've said to me in like 6 months. I don't
get
know.
used to it. It's
Okay,
all gonna
I
be
know.
downhill
Thank
from
you.
here.
That's great, but that's fine. I peaked, and that's all. That's all that matters. But I try to remember that, and I don't want to know where he's going to go. And honestly, though, it's Caleb. Where's he going to go? Band practice and back? Like, I don't. I think we're going to be fine with that one, but it still bothers me, the idea. And that's a long drive, though. And she made that long haul, huh?
Yeah, this is the second time that she's made it. She's a fantastic driver. I just wish she would slow down a little bit.
I don't know.
So-
She's just so old now, and it makes me real sad.
I know. So she arrived on Saturday, and the whole plan was on Monday. I was going to take the girls to Hollywood Studios. Abby's never been to a Disney park. Michaela's only been to Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. So we're going to do Hollywood Studios on Monday because that's the park that Michaela picked out for her birthday. So I get home from work on Saturday, and I'm just so excited. I'm like, hey, I asked my wife, I was like, what are your thoughts about going to Animal Kingdom on Sunday? If I can get reservations. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So I'm able to make reservations for Animal Kingdom on Sunday. And
I
let me
love,
tell
first
you,
of all, how you say my wife. Like, it's not our Lord and Savior, Rachel. Like, I don't,
the boss.
like, we don't know who that is. It's my wife.
Michaela got me
I don't know.
Michaela got me a Father's Day card, and it says there's a button to wear, and it says the boss, and she's like, I got you a button for Father's Day, and then on the inside it says, but Monday make sure you give it back to Rachel. Which I thought was super witty and super
That
cute.
is very witty.
That's amazing.
Oh, you
So-
make good kids, man. You make good kids.
I know, they're funny.
They
They're
are.
funny
They are
kids.
funny. And
And they're-
Michaela, thank you for the yoga pants. She has great yoga pants also. Thank you.
So, listen, I'm a big fan of the reservation system because I know how busy it's going to be. Like, if I can't get a reservation, it's not a day that I would want to go anyway. It's going to be too busy. Second of all, I love Genie Plus. Genie Plus is the way that park should be experienced. Let me tell you, I woke up at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday, Sunday morning, and once the clock struck 7, I first tried to get individual lightning lane for Flight of Passage, which I could not get, but then I was able to get Everest. Everest was the priority because none of us have ever been on Everest. My wife's never been on Everest. I've never been on Everest.
Scott, I'm going to
Obviously, the
stop you.
girls.
I'm so sorry. You're speaking a different language. I don't know what any of these things mean.
Just check out Diz His. It's a great podcast. They'll talk all about it. And if you're looking to put a commercial on a Disney history podcast, just reach out to me. That's dizhis65scott@yahoo.com, and I'll set you up with that.
I did not mean to put that in there, but really, what is that's a fast pass
So
now,
Genie
right?
Plus
I
is the
think we've
new-
talked about
yeah,
it
it's the-
briefly, but I don't know enough about it to understand like why you have to log on at a certain time. Is it hard
So
to
it's-
scoop it
okay.
up? Is it like
So you can, it's $15 per person to get Genie Plus.
mhm.
At exactly 7:00, that is when the reservation system opens up to try to book your Genie Plus experiences. And then after a certain amount of time, after you've ridden the ride or 120 minutes, whatever, then you can get another one. Individual Lightning Lane are like the two most popular rides at each park. It's an additional charge. So like Flight of Passage, I believe, was $12 on Sunday.
Wow.
So that's kind of the system now. The thing that does suck and why a lot of people don't like it is it costs money. So Fast Pass used to be
free.
You walk
Yeah,
into the park, you go to the kiosk,
Yeah, you get your little printout.
free.
Yeah.
Exactly. But let me tell you something. I don't want free like the rest of the mouth breathers. I want something that you have to pay.
Okay,
I'm
I'm going to pause you right
for.
there. I love that you say that because you do that when we go to Universal. you already have a pass, right? And then we go through and you're like, I want the prime parking, but also your window does not work on your car. You're like, can I get prime parking? But can you open my door and give me the ticket for it? Like, what? It's okay to be a mouth breather. That's a part of life, okay? It's an experience. Waiting in a queue is an experience in itself. And I think that a lot of people are getting away from understanding that. That is the human experience. Like, look around. You can see other people. That's good. That's not a bad thing. Unless it's really hot and it's more than like 45 minutes. And then I'm going to pay and I'm not going to do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
45
here's
minutes.
The thing. So
taking in the aesthetics of people.
The Universal Express Pass, that's $257. And you get all the rides. And you can, there's no time system and all that, which is great. It comes out to about $18 per ride is what I think I did on the math. So here's the thing. So on Sunday, we get Everest, okay? And we were able to go on Everest.
Did you see all the hair ties?
When we were done at Everest.
Isn't that a thing? There's a certain spot where people like fling their hair ties and they all like...
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, thank you. Somebody from the
Scott doesn't know what a hair tie is.
Look at him. Yeah, he doesn't have any hair.
What?
So I did Everest, and Dane, Everest, when we got there, was a 45-minute wait. So did Everest, then got Genie Plus for Kilimanjaro Safari, and was able to do that. And then booked for Dinosaur, because I love Dinosaur. Also got individual Lightning Lane for Flight of Passage. Then Dinosaur broke down, and so we got that, anytime pass. So we were able to use that on Navi River, which I wouldn't have wasted a Genie Plus for anyway, because I don't
even know what you're talking about. What is that?
It's in Pandora, the Avatar area. So
the jewelry store.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
so
Pandora.
Then
I have a few charms.
So we were able to do every ride. Every ride for $15 per person, plus the additional $12 for Flight of Passage. So the math, I mean, it was fantastic. And here's the really cool thing. We're walking by Tusker House, which, Mary, it's a sit-down restaurant. It's character meal. And
what characters?
We didn't have reservations. Well, I'll tell you. Well, it was Mickey, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy. So I walk up to the podium and I'm like, hey, I know this is a long shot. Do you have any availability for walk-ins? And this was like, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, yeah, it's a 10-minute wait. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's beyond okay.
Not okay.
So we only waited about 2 minutes, and we were able to go in, and my girls got to meet the characters, like,
that's cool.
Something that they've never done. Now, I did have to tell them, because they were not enthused about it. I said, listen, this whole week is about you guys. I'm doing all this for you. I said, you guys.
I want you to love what I love. I'm going to force it upon you.
I said, you two will stand up and take pictures with every single character, and you will pretend to like it. And you will be enthusiastic about it.
Do me a solid. Take your headphones off. Put them on Michaela. Michaela, come here. Let me talk to you real fast. Come here.
She can hear you. All right, here comes Michaela.
Hello. Give us your end of the experience. We'd like from your perspective. So how did the Disney trip go in the meal? Scott, don't look. No coaching. No coaching. Tell us all of your things, Michaela. How'd it go?
The meal was good. Dad's being over dramatic about telling us about it. I was happy about it. It was Abby.
No. Stop.
It was Abby. It was not me.
The podcast magic is gone.
It was definitely not me. The characters.
How did you feel about Donald Duck walking around with no pants on? Do you feel comfortable with that?
No, but it was fun. I love Donald Duck. I like Goofy the best.
Yeah, because you're dad, obviously. You just feel comfortable. You feel very comfortable around that. So you've been to Disney before, or what's your background?
I went to Hollywood Studio, right? Yeah, Hollywood Studios in Magic Kingdom. Yeah,
I love the prompting. Yes, I love this. Out of all of the parks, what is your favorite?
Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, obviously, right? Favorite ride?
Yeah, Hollywood Studios is my favorite as well.
Favorite ride? What's Michaela's favorite ride? This is about her, not you.
Tower of Terror.
Me too.
Good choice. Choice.
Also, happy late birthday, Michaela. You're so old and beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we had a magical day at Animal Kingdom, and I know that sounds cheesy, but it really was, because
I think it's
I was so excited about just both the girls getting to experience it. Rachel and I love that park. It was a great day. We got there at about, I don't know, 9:00 and then left after Flight of Passage. So about 5:45. So we put in a pretty good day. Let me tell you, the bird show is not in that little theater in Asia anymore. They do it in front of the Tree of Life with the parakeets. And it's really cool because they fly in to the show and then they fly out and they go back to that theater. So if you're walking down that main path towards Asia, all of a sudden you have these parrots just
Scott, I love how you're talking about this. Like all of us have experienced this recently. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're talking about a flock of birds following people places, and I don't know what you're saying. I haven't been to Animal Kingdom since I was like probably 10 years old. So
it was cool.
I don't. It sounds awesome.
Then on Monday we went. It was awesome. On Monday we went to Hollywood Studios, and Darren and his girlfriend joined us. Darren, my son. So. Full day there. We got Tower of Terror right off the bat. And Abby had never been to the park and, she's 10, so she was a little bit scared, but she did great. We did Rock and Roller Coaster. She kind of chickened out on that and didn't do it, but that's okay.
Rightfully so.
Right. It's a scary ride for a 10-year-old.
It's all right.
Now I showed the kids videos because I wanted them to kind of get an idea of what we were looking at so that they could prioritize which Genie Plus we did. So I showed them Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I was like, okay, it's either this or Rise of the Resistance. And they saw that video and like, this is stupid. Like we're like for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We're like, we don't want to ride this. We don't want to ride this. It looks stupid. They loved it. They absolutely loved that ride. We got to do it. During the dance studio scene, like Daisy Duck's dance studio, Abby, my 10-year-old, was just laughing hysterically. She thought it was the funniest thing. So I was like, okay, I'm glad that we went on this. But I mean, we got to do almost everything at Hollywood Studios: Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Star Tours, what's the Toy Story Mania, and Rise of the Resistance. Did you Slinky Dog Dash? So like we did not because it was a ridiculously long wait. I couldn't get Genie Plus for it, and I'm not waiting in that line for I'm not waiting in an outdoor line first of all. Or any line for a kid's coaster. Yeah. Not going to do it.
Yeah, be like that. Well, it sounds like a great time. I'm glad you got to do all of those things. Yeah. It sounds awesome.
It was, and then we did Melting Pot last night for Michaela's birthday.
Oh my God. Okay, look, I could spend the rest of the podcast talking about this. What cheese did you choose?
I don't know. There was 14 of us, so we had to do kind of a preset menu. So we get the beer cheese and then the white cheese.
Oh my God.
So here's the thing that sucks though about Melting Pot. We're all cramped in, 14 people at a table, all sharing food out of each other's pots and all that. So tomorrow we have reservations for Magic Kingdom. Well, Abby just tested positive for COVID 5 minutes before we started recording.
I'll go. I will slide in her spot.
To have COVID?
I look just like Abby.
Yeah. Well, we're not. I'm not going to Magic Kingdom without Abby because Abby was excited. She's never been to Magic Kingdom, so we're just going to have to do it another time. What's that?
Why aren't you going?
Abby has COVID.
I thought that was encouraged.
In Florida, it is.
It is the state of Florida. It is the state of Florida. So nobody really believes that it's real.
Immunity, yeah. So the more people you actually infect.
Herd mentality.
Yeah. You get points the more people you infect. It's great.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Mary's got Mary has some interesting. She found mountain people here in Florida, and also Chris has to recap his cruise because it wasn't a Disney cruise, so he's not allowed to talk about it on His. You're listening to the Know Your Friends podcast. We'll be right back.
Good day, everyone. Big Country here. Join Steve Money and myself as we discuss the team of the week, the trade deadline, and who we think got the drive, and who will run out of gas before the postseason. Join us each week here on Stew 21, the baseball podcast, as we discuss all the nicks and tricks of each team. Now, back to your future programming.
Listen to Keep in the Tower with Aunt Boogie on SoundCloud, Anchor.fm, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. A new episode is dropped every first and third week of every month. Once again, Keep in the Towel with Aunt Boogie. Wipe the blood, wipe the sweat, wipe the tears. But whatever you do, don't throw in your towel.
Hey, this is Craig Brooks with Tasty Trivia, and you're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, and Chris. Don't forget to vote for us, Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando competition under the category Local Notables Best Local Podcast. That's vote.orlandoweekly.com. For some reason, Chris is taking a Polaroid of us. Hey, Chris, 1984 called. They want their technology
Okay,
back.
whatever. Those little Polaroid cameras are so cool. I love them. They're cute. No, don't shake it. You should not shake it.
You're not supposed to shake it. Yeah, Polaroid actually sued Outkast for the lyrics.
Yes, Outkast lied. Yes, they lied to you.
Like a Polaroid picture.
Yeah, don't do it.
No, I know it doesn't
That
do
actually
anything.
means that they don't want you to shake it. Stand still is what they're saying.
Listen, when you take this, if in case someone didn't see you using a Polaroid camera, you have to shake the camera. I mean, I think I messed it up from shaking it, actually.
Yeah,
It's really
that can
bad.
happen.
There's a big
Well,
black
or it
spot
could just
face.
be. It could
Chris,
also
you were
just
shaking
be really
it.
bad.
You were
by
shaking
nature.
it like I shake it when I haven't gone to Costco in a while.
Ow.
Oh no!
What is that called?
Oh, which is quite.
If it's a
often.
do-it-yourself, is that just a DIY?
Yeah, it's a self-checkout.
Just a
at Costco.
DIY
Self-checkout.
project? Is that what that is?
Wow, this is really bad. Actually, look at that blotch over Scott's face. He just got cursed
Well,
by
that's
Vecna.
that's intentional. That's intentional.
Yeah, you're Amish, so you're not allowed to get photos taken of you.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Exactly. So, Mary, you went somewhere really strange this
Not
week. You found
sure-
some
okay,
mountain
look.
men in Florida.
I wouldn't know if I don't know if I'd say mountain men. Okay, picture it.
It's
Sicily,
where the mountain men hang out.
1923. All right. So I originally was born in Missouri, right? I have family still in Missouri, and I had some
Little Miss
family
Missouri.
members. I was Baby Miss Missouri, 1988. Check it, y'all. That's me. I can sign autographs. If you'd like me to, that's when I peaked. But so I had some family members come down that live in Missouri, and they're here for a little while, but they wanted to hang out and, do a lunch or something with some of the cousins or family or what have you. So my mother and my sister and my aunt and some of my cousins, they all live in Polk County, mostly Winter Haven and Auburndale. There is a seafood establishment, I guess, or I will just say establishment. I won't say seafood in front of that exists in Polk County. And that's where they decided that they wanted to have my cousin from Missouri come to. So my cousin and his wife travel down. They are actually staying not too far from where I live. So they drive down there also. So I drive there, they drive there, we all meet. It is at a very lovely joint called Cherry Pocket.
Oh,
Cherry Pocket is in the heart of Polk County. And when I say it is in a literal trailer park, it really is.
Yeah,
you
that
don't,
video was scary. I was
it-
waiting for some
I'm-
inbreds to come running
I'm
around.
happy for you to post it if you'd like, because what's interesting about Polk County, and I've always found this wild, is that you will see multi-million-dollar homes right next to a trailer park, and it's very interesting to me. Like, there's no, everybody's just there. It's a mixed bag of everything. So this is where my mom and my aunt were like, you know what? This is where we should have lunch. This is where they need to be. We're going to do it. The best part, though, is my sister texts me and she's like, are you able to make it? We're going to do lunch. And I was like, yeah, no problem. What time? I'm thinking 1 p.m. This girl replies back with 10:45 to 11. And I said,
That's
bitch,
not
that is
lunch.
brunch. That is brunch.
Yeah.
Are there mimosas involved? What is this?
Just moonshine.
No, it's because people line
And
up
meth.
to go to moonshine and meth. Yes, you're correct, but not at this particular establishment that I know of. The gift shop was not open, so I don't know yet. But people line up to get in. And it's wild. They do. They really do. So you do have to get there
because
early.
It's the only restaurant other than Waffle House and IHOP in the Polk County.
That's not true. There are other places in the Polk County, but this is a place of its own, and I'll tell you why. My sister and I researched the menu early because we both have raging anxiety. I need to know what I'm going to order before I get there, right? Especially because I have an allergy.
But mostly because of the anxiety.
Also that, yes. They had grouper, and they spelt it with 2 O's.
Oh no.
That's not Groper. Yes, that is Groper. And
they're definitely not certified by the health department.
I didn't pay extra for the Groper. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. And then they also had dishes with crab spelt with a K.
No.
So no. Wild, right?
One would think it was for like a cute little thing, but no, it's just Polk County.
Because it's
just
Polk County. Here's the thing. So my mom and my aunt, like, they swear they love this place. And I get why they love it. I get why they do. They do. Because it's fun. You're on a lake, you're in the middle of this weird environment. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the meth in the water. I don't know what it is, but I was happy to be there. I was very happy. I ordered a dirty martini. My mom had called ahead and asked them to put in a
dirty martini actually had dirt in it.
Yeah, it's literally just a dirty glass.
It was just
martini.
dirty, and I loved it so much.
Maybe some hepatitis.
I already had that. Are you kidding me? I grew up in Polk County. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't. Do you know what hepatitis is? You probably don't. It's okay. Anyways, but so my mom had called ahead because she was like, my baby girl's going to eat. You got anything gluten-free? The only thing on the entire menu that was guaranteed gluten-free was steamed snow crab legs. Your girl loves steamed snow crab legs. That's not on the lunch menu, though.
Meanwhile, the manager's like, no, we don't need to feed any of those liberal hippie.
No, I'm definitely a snowflake. They did not think I was snowflake, though, after they knew what the tip would ensue. So everyone was very friendly and very nice. It was a wonderful experience. And I know why people go there, because it is fun. It's it was a real experience, especially when I drove in and just saw trailers and thought I was in the wrong place. Until I saw signs, though. I took pictures because I was like, I've got to, just in case I never turn up again, maybe somebody will find my phone and know what happened to me.
Chris, it's like if they redo Frontierland, but base it on like the 90s.
I will say, though, our server was very attentive and very sweet, and she did not have a lot of teeth, though. And then I'm not trying to be derogatory. It really is just a descriptive statement. She was a great server, and she was very sweet. A lot of interesting things.
She was Miss Polk County.
Hey, first of all, you calm yourself. No, probably not. I don't know. She wasn't that tall. I don't know if she'd make it. But when we left, though, to go back to our cars, say goodbye, take pictures. I couldn't get out because a whole biker gang was parked around my car. Barry was surrounded by a biker gang. And I'm assuming that's what they were. They had the leather jackets. They had the bikes, and they had those little whippy things on their handlebars. And I think that's like a thing, right? I don't know what it means. It's like a tail on their handlebars. Like when you drive a motorcycle, if you have a big, long, like, leather tail on your handlebar. It's like a
that
get
means
back.
They like it from behind.
Well, same, but
they like to access Costco from the back dock.
Okay, I don't know what you're getting at here. My crab legs were fine, but also I had to wait until the bikes left until I could move my car. Good times had by all, though. I did make a full hello, I'm here, please, if you never see me again. When I left, though, I was like, hey, man, if I were a bathroom, where would I live? To the hostess or host. And he said, he gave me a long list of directions. And I was like, all right, I'll just hold it until I get wherever. And he was like, or you could just go out the front door and up that hill. And I was like, are you pointing to a bush?
Tree over there.
Well, I was like, are you pointing to a bush? And he was like, no, there's an outhouse. And I shit you not, LOL, there was an outhouse literally right outside the door. People, yes, I went pee outside.
Did it have a moon on the front? little moon on the front, a little
Look, you know, I
star.
had 2 martinis and a pound of crab legs in my body. I didn't know what was happening around me. I just knew I saw motorcycles and I needed to go home. So that was my fun trip to. So our cousins were there, obviously, and we're like, "Oh, do you guys want to hang out after? Like, what do you guys want to do?" And they're like, actually, I think we're gonna head back to where we're staying.
Take
and,
our tetanus shot.
Yeah, like deep down, I'm like, yeah, man, I don't blame you. Like, I'll catch you. Like, if you guys want to do some fine dining later, like, I get it. I am not ashamed of my roots, though. I love Polk County and all of the things, and it is a fun experience. I think I had a lot of fun. I think that I don't know, there's nothing bad about it. They had live music, they had fun things happening. They just spell grouper with 2 O's and crab with a K, and that's okay with me. And maybe if you get too drunk, you can stay in a trailer there at the Cherry Pocket. Yeah.
At Cherry
Nice.
Pocket.
Cherry Pocket. Yeah, that was my my weekend. What I actually ended up doing, though, is going to my sister's house, and we call it pin a night. I ended up spending the night at my sister's house, and that was a good time. Got to hang out with the baby and all that good stuff. So Cherry Pocket got the best of me with those 2 very dirty martinis. So better
Awesome.
human because of it.
So-
yeah.
Chris,
How dirty were you this past week?
Chris, you went on your honeymoon. I cannot wait. I know that there's and Mary, Chris and I actually talked yesterday because he had some questions about streaming or whatever, or I had some questions, whatever. One of us had questions about streaming, and he started. I was like, it looks like you had a lot of fun on your cruise, and he's like, yeah. And he started to tell me, and I said, no. You don't tell me anything right now. It's not that I don't care. Just save it for content. So
Always
I cannot
content.
wait, Chris, to hear all about your cruise. Take it away.
So, spoiler alert. This is a No New Friends exclusive. It was my honeymoon, right? 9 months from now, it will be April. That's it. That's all. It's just going to be April. Nothing exciting happening. Sorry to break it to you. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, mother-in-law. Just going to be April.
I'm really hoping that you would say that you would let me deliver or catch your baby is what I'm hoping for.
Well, that's what I'm waiting for. Okay,
Okay, I appreciate that.
No
Yes.
children until Mary's certified,
Yes.
so I can have her
Okay,
deliver
great.
the baby.
Yes. Okay, good.
Although
good.
I am going to do a water birth because I started shopping at Whole Foods, and we have to do that.
You have to
It's
do
just
that.
part
Yeah.
of the-
Also, I was a lifeguard in high school, so I'm fine.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
it's
You want
it's
to do
on
it in the
back of
dive
receipt
well?
on
We
Whole
can do it in the
Foods.
13-foot
That's
dive well.
fine.
I'm here for you. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's good.
Septic tank. It's fine.
Now, before I get started with my cruise story, something is happening next week, and I do want to make the announcement. This might be my last show as a host on the No New Friends podcast. Joe from the Diz His podcast is coming up, and I am in fear that we may go to jail.
Okay.
And I don't know if I will be able to serve as co-host.
Actually, you know that you
from
can do
jail, so.
weekly visits, so we could still record.
Oh,
I don't know why
never
Scott
mind then.
hasn't chimed in. He's like, no, it's totally fine. We can do. It's actually better.
This is
Better
great
content.
It will be
you
better
could-
content.
Yeah,
It will
we
be.
want to know what happens. It's 60 days in, right? That was so good.
Yeah.
There was a whole series about it. Also, though, why? Why though?
Oh, Joe and I were at a gas station for 10 minutes, and I got him to go into an ice cooler and to make a TikTok. So,
oh man.
yeah, very afraid what we'll do in public.
Welcome
in
to
Philly,
Chili's.
next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are gonna have to find public property. So I was already asked to, point blank, Joe calls me. I thought it was important because it was a call, not a text. He calls me and says, do you think there'd be a little door anywhere nearby so I could come out of the door and say, welcome to something, so I could continue my TikTok series. So we have that to look forward to, which will be entertaining to say the least. Probably bring the GoPro. Have lots of stories for sure. So I'm putting it on the No New Friends card because it is a business expense. Because it is
Go for it.
It is considered content. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Good.
now we get into the honeymoon. It was a great vacation, but there were some hiccups along the way, and gotta love the hiccups. So this was our first ever cruise. Didn't really know what we were doing. So we fly in a day early. It was nice. We went out to dinner. We wake up the next day. We head to the port. We got this VIP program. Sounds really important, but it was just because we bought it like the week before the cruise. So the price of internet was $22 a day. And of course I'm buying internet, the fastest one on the ship. So
Right.
the price of the internet was $22 a day. Well, this VIP package went on sale and it was $22 a day and it came with the fast internet. It's like, all right, we're getting that. So which was great because we got priority, onto the ship, got priority, this, that, the other thing, right? So our journey begins, and at the Fort Lauderdale port, we're waiting in the VIP access place, first to board, seating area. We get cleared. We're sitting there. A woman that we spoke with in line for a few minutes sits next to us, and she's alone. And yeah, yeah. So
is this Modern Mel 89 from Reddit?
She sits right next to us, finds us after we do our security check, finds us, sits down, and she just won't stop talking to us. Just will not stop talking.
Which that's the worst. I don't like when new people that I don't know just start talking to me. I do, like
Life.
Get the
Scott doesn't like
hints.
life outside of what he knows.
And look, wanted to say we were on our honeymoon, but I didn't want to say we were on our honeymoon because I did want to say we were on our honeymoon because I thought maybe she'd leave us alone. But I didn't want to say we were on our honeymoon because maybe I was thinking maybe she'll force her way onto us because she seemed like the type.
Right.
She kept saying, "Oh yeah, I'm all by myself," and then we're like, "Oh, this is our first cruise," and she was telling us all this stuff, and she goes, "Yeah, my friend sent me a story about a woman that was abducted right on the ship. They never saw her again," and she starts laughing hysterically. Funny, right? I was like, no, this is our first cruise. Why are you telling us this stuff?
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, like, are you telling us this stuff because you're like, oh, we'll protect you. Let's stick together this whole cruise. I don't know what her motive is, but I kind of figured out what her motive was when she'd ask, like, oh, yeah, so, where are you from and this and that. Innocent questions. She goes, oh, yeah, so what floor did you say you guys were staying on? I was like, what? In what world do you need to know what floor we're staying on? In what world? Then she keeps talking and she's like, yeah, on night 6, there's this really fun game show you can go to. It's called The Quest. It's so funny. It's adults only. It's hilarious. It's all jokes and this women start taking their bras off and throwing them down and people are crawling. I'm like, what? What is going on? This is 10 minutes after I met this person, by the way. I didn't, it was like after she went on with this story, she shakes her hand. Oh my, I'm such and such, by the way. Like, you told me all this
Who's
before.
Such and such?
Yeah, before you even, Okay, so anyway, start off with a bang.
Talk about taking my bra off before I say my name.
So
that sounds like was that a college thing, Mary?
Considering I'm still technically in college, yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
So very, very nervous about this woman because now I'm stressed. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm stressed because I don't know what how she's gonna react when I ask her to bring this woman back to our room.
Well, yeah.
The whole trip, I kept joking with Emily about that.
You don't know.
She was nice. I'm stressed. I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, because you hear all these stories about people that cruise a lot. Like, oh yeah, you see the same people and you make friends and this and that. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want to see the same people. I don't want to make friends, especially with this woman who's like, seems like she's here for specific reasons. So anyway,
right.
That happens before
Modern Mel 89.
That happens before we even board the ship. The journey continues when we get onto the ship. Should I save this for after the break, or are we after the break already?
Yeah, let's do. Let's take a quick break. Right. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, it's Dane from Big Beautiful Diz. If you're not familiar with my channel already, I do videos about theme parks, historical videos, interviews with people from the theme park community or people that have worked in or with a theme park. I give my opinions, plus I review the latest Disney, Marvel, or Pixar movie. So head over to youtube.com/c/bigbeautifuldiz and hit that red subscribe button. I'll see you over there, everyone.
Lizard people, the moon landing, birds aren't real. Hi, this is Chris from the No New Friends podcast. And if you're hearing this message, you were selected to join the resistance. For as low as $1 a month, join our Patreon and help us uncover the truth. Upon joining us, you will be invited to our secret Discord, where we help spread these truths. You will be invited to watch our live recordings where the government cannot interfere. For more information, please send a messenger pigeon to my underground bunker or visit us at www.nonewfriendspodcast.com. This message will self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is comedian Miguel Colon, and you're listening to the No New Friends podcast.
Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, and Chris. Right before the break, Chris was starting to tell us all about his cruise adventures, his honeymoon, and the friend that they met. So, Chris, let's get right back into it.
All right, so this all happened not even on the ship yet. This happened in a little boarding area. We board the ship. First of all, phenomenal. It's insane that it's even like, I don't know if you guys have ever been on a cruise. Well, you have, Mary. Scott, have you been on a cruise?
I have, yes.
It's insane. It's insane that like it's hard to wrap your mind around that you're on a boat. Like it's just it's stupid. So we get on.
I mean, the constant rocking back and forth and the occasional vomiting, pretty much.
No,
you know.
I'm going to cut you off here, Scott. That's why you buy the drink package.
Well,
is it me or is it the boat that's rocking? I have no idea.
We did not
great.
buy the drink package, Mary.
What?
Well, love, listen. We did not buy the drink package because it was a lot, and it just didn't make sense for Emily and I. We'd have to drink like 10 drinks a day or something like that.
Max is 15 technically, and there's been a point where we've maxed those out.
Yeah, I could never do that. I'd die.
Yeah, Chris is not a big drinker. He's like
buy him drinks after he maxed his out.
I love to drink, but I just can't drink a lot. I just can't drink a lot. I can't. Between the Zoloft and my height.
Past night. Start me off at 6 a.m. I want a peach Bellini. I'm proud of you, though.
Well, listen, I did buy the drink package on the boat. So we get on the boat and...
I'd like to pay 10% more.
Well, listen, we get on the boat. It's like, hey, today only, buy one, get one half. It's like, oh, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
No way. Not for the drink package.
So...
Get me on that.
I asked the guy, I said, just out of curiosity, how much would it be for us two? He goes on his little calculator. This is a very important part of the story, so pay attention here. Goes on the calculator, and he goes, $520 for both of you. I was like, oh, that's a great deal. But it was still a little expensive. I didn't know if I want to spend $500 on the alcohol package, right? So we go and get some drinks. I get a margarita. First thing I do is get a margarita, no salt, because salt on margaritas are disgusting.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. Agree with you 100%.
Margarita is fantastic.
Oh, I gag. I can't do it. I try it.
No.
Can't do it. Ugh, horrible.
It's like putting salt on watermelon.
So, yeah. So, I drink the margarita, right? I don't feel anything. I'm like, oh no, this is bad. Like, this is not good. They do not put a lot of alcohol in these drinks. And if I can't feel anything after a drink, and if Emily can't feel anything after a drink, he's really like a lightweight, then we're screwed. So we spent like $80 on alcohol in one day, in a couple hours. And I'm like, today's the only day where I'm doing the math. I'm messaging. I get a group of travel agents on my Facebook Messenger. And I'm messaging Joe, Jen, and Nick, all from Sandpiper Travel Agency. Right? I'm messaging them.
What's their website while you're talking about them?
I don't know, but just Google Sandpiper.
Okay.
They're great people.
That's
They're great people from the Disney podcast. Travel agency, Sandpiper Travel Agency.
Liquor packages, like maybe on a daily basis or just when you're traveling? I don't know. I'm asking for a friend.
Anything. I bet you they can do anything. Hey, listen, anything. You do anything for a price.
Yeah.
So I messaged them like, listen, $520. And they were doing the math. This. Like, you need to drink 40 drinks between the two of you. I was like, all right, we could do that. That's fine. By the end of the trip, I drank 40 drinks myself. Emily drank 30, I think. So we drank 70 drinks, right? And that's alcohol. That's specialty coffees. It's smoothies, stuff like that. That all would have been, So anyway,
you don't have to define. You could say they were all straight, just shots of whatever, and we'd be like,
again, this is a very important part of the story. Very important. You'll see at the end. So I go back down. I buy the drink package, $520 for the drink package for the both of us. That's that. Okay, so then we're cruising. We're having drinks. We're having fun. It's awesome. We're just going, grabbing food whenever we want. Hot dog. There's a boardwalk on there. There's a park with real plants and this and that. It was awesome. Now, one night was formal night. We didn't bring formal attire because we're like, first of all, we didn't have room for it. First of all, right? And I'm like, I'm not packing a suit. I don't, you can't bring an iron in the room. I was stressed out. I was like, can't iron. I go and buy like that down de-wrinkler thing because I was so stressed about wrinkles and because there's no irons in the room. So I got the de-wrinkler thing. So I'm not bringing the suit. Well, I wish I would have brought the suit because it would have made for some pretty cool pictures. And everybody dresses the themes. It's psychotic, but it's awesome. So we did have nicer stuff we wore on those nights, but we were on the our 11-year anniversary was on the 4th of July. So that was really fun. There's like all these 4th of July stuff going on there. There was a hot dog eating contest where one guy threw up after eating one hot dog, which I think I would too if I did that.
Actually, not a reversal of fortune is what they call it.
It was a sight to be seen for sure. We're cruising. We're cruising. Then we go. Our first stop was Honduras. Honduras was really cool. It's called Roatan, Honduras. This little island off the coast of Honduras, mountains and everything. The Honduran people come out with their drums. They're boom, 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 like greeting us because they're so excited because all they see is money signs. Like, oh, these people, these people are here. You know what I mean? And they didn't stop drumming until we left. That was like 12 hours of them just drumming. They were very excited.Ame people.
That's
too.
like on some college campuses, that's all they like on a game weekend starting at Friday night. They have someone hit the drum until kickoff.
Oh man, it is all day. And then as you get closer to them and you're really enjoying them dancing, they just get closer to you and keep pushing the tip box closer and closer and closer to you.
So are these people that work for the cruise, or these are just Honduras natives?
No, probably it's cruise line people dressed as Hondurans. They look like Honduran people. I think I'm saying that right, Honduran.
I
have no idea.
Intended for everyone in general.
Yeah.
Listen, the person before the thing. So people from Honduras.
We'll say the native Honduras.
Great teacher that was from Honduras. She was awful. So speak as you will.
These people were great because Honduras was not the best port, but they had the nicest people. Then we go to Mexico. We are greeted by, instead of the beat of the drum, 2 Mexican soldiers with M16s. And very welcoming. Very welcoming. We go to, this is now Costa Maya, Mexico. And beautiful port. The theming there is awesome. But, oh my gosh. I thought that flea markets were bad. These people were like, every time you pass by a store, hey, come in here. Oh, every single store, they're trying to make you come in. They can borderline grab you, right? That day, we did an excursion, and I picked this one. It was a Swim with the Dolphins excursion, which was really cool. We got to get fondled by dolphins and stuff like that, which was really cool. I tried doing that. I was like, hey, I have a friend that's related to one of you guys. So we go in, and of course they're taking pictures of you and pictures, great pictures. You dancing with the groping the dolphin, dancing with the dolphin, having sex with the dolphin. All the photos that you'd possibly want.
Dolphins, fine.
Oh, we got the premium package. Dolphins are the only other animal on this earth that has sex for fun. So,
no, man. Have you seen what a walrus or a seal does to penguins? I don't know. I feel like that's like for debate. I don't know. Continue. Carry on.
So we're having a great time, touching the dolphins. The only time I was ever afraid, because the water was really, the only time I was ever afraid, it was really murky water, so you couldn't see anything because the waters were really rough that day. There was totally nonchalant. The trainer's like, "Oh yeah, we have 7 females and 1 alpha male, Fernando." I'm like, "Oh, alpha male in any species, I'm afraid of. You call anything an alpha, I'm afraid of it, right?" So at one part of the dolphin thing, you swim to the middle of the exhibit, right? So I'm swimming in the middle, and he goes, "Okay, Chris, don't move. Fernando's coming by." I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I might have to throw hands with Fernando. So luckily, Fernando was a very nice fellow. He just swam right by, flipped me off.
Just wanted you to.
That's fine.
SSD.
Just give me an old Jersey hello. But that was really fun.
So you got mugged.
Yeah.
Got mugged by a dolphin. It's fine.
Emily said, I wonder how much these pictures are going to be. I don't know, 50, 70 bucks. I don't know. It's Mexico. Every dollar's 20 pesos. So it's like, they charge 50 bucks is going to be a lot for them, right? Well, nope. It was, they don't care. They don't care, because they know you have money and they know you want these pictures of the dolphins. $150. $150 for these photos.
I'll draw you a picture of a dolphin for a Diet Coke and a pack of Doritos.
I paid $150 faster than anything in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, faster than I bought the drink package.
I love that for you.
So I got that, right? I'm going to speed this up because I know I'm taking a long time. The Costa Mile was awesome. We go to Cozumel. Oh my gosh. Cozumel, we take a taxi to go downtown. We go downtown. Horrible. We come back. We do an excursion 4-wheeling and snorkeling. Well, the 4-wheeling, if it has wheels, you can drive it in their streets. There are no laws in Mexico. There are no laws. So we're 4-wheeling all in the streets of Mexico.
Much like that sounds like Polk County. It sounds very similar.
He referred to our line as a caravan, which scared me because I thought he was just a member of the drug cartel at that point, calling us a caravan. So that was cool. We go to the snorkeling area, right? And I thought I was going to die snorkeling. Oh my gosh. I was struggling so bad. I could not swim. I couldn't swim. I was drowning. And then there's a straw in my life jacket and I'm blowing as hard as I could. I'm out of breath. I'm blowing as hard as I can into the straw.
Why were you drowning? What happened?
I couldn't swim. It was so hard. I was struggling so much. I'm out of breath. I'm trying to blow into this straw and it's not inflating. And I'm just blowing, and every breath that I take is like really exerting so much energy, and I can't get this thing. And then I found out that you had to like click a button and blow. So I was blowing on a blocked straw for like 5 minutes, just drowning. The guy's like, "Guys, look, a pufferfish. I was like, "Look, a pufferfish." I'm going to be under the water with the pufferfish pretty soon if I can't inflate this life jacket. I don't give a shit about the pufferfish. I'm going to die here. And so I inflated the thing. And the pictures that he took of us snorkeling, you could see how inflated my life jacket is. He had to unflate it so I could get under the water a little bit to take a picture. I was like, it was so hard for no reason at all.
Did you know
that
you could?
That was Cozumel.
Did you know that you could boop a blowfish and they release like different chemicals that you can get high off of?
Same thing happens to me if you poop.
Yeah, no, dolphins know that. So dolphins will boop.
No way, are you serious?
Yes, dolphins will like entice blower like pufferfish to like pop up and like exude these. They'll secrete these hormones. They'll get high off of it. And then dolphins are also the other animals that like to have other extracurricular activities.
Yeah, dolphins might be smarter than us.
No, man, they get high and then they go gangbang. I don't know, man. that's basically what happens. That's fine.
So that was basically all the port stuff.
So that's what happened in Chris's port.
Very neat.
I don't know. Very neat.
The best story on the cruise ship, until I wrap this whole thing up, was I love dancing, and so does Emily. So we were going out dancing, we were going to the clubs, right? So I brought my drink onto the dance floor because I'm a great drink dancer. I'm a great, one hand on the drink, other hand, doing whatever I need to do. When you give me 2 hands, it's hard to dance. Just, So one hand
I
dancing.
don't know what to do with my other hand.
Yeah, and it's like when I don't have a drink, I have to pretend I have one because I don't know what else to do.
Oh, because you can only half dance, so you have to like be able to.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
like,
half
yeah,
dancer.
yeah.
Really
Man,
good.
yeah.
So I get this is that silent disco, right? I get my gin and tonic. That's my go-to drink.
Oh my god,
right?
I love the
I bring
silent disco. Was that not a blast?
It's the best.
I thought he
it's
was
so
going to roll
amazing.
in with "I love a gin and tonic," but it was the silent
And-
disco is what he rolled in with.
And mind you, this is like family silent disco. So like I'm jamming to Let It Go, and like we
Love
don't
it,
talk about
yes.
Bruno, and we don't talk about Bruno.
Well,
Like we're all
but first
jamming.
of all, don't even talk about it like that because that slaps. I wish they would play that. I wish.
I know. I was like, why don't they do this all over?
Yeah.
I think the next time you come down and we all get together, we're gonna do a silent disco party in my driveway or something because those things are
Please,
so much fun.
please. Oh, it's the best. It's the best. So I'm dancing with this gin and tonic, right? And I didn't drink any before I went to the dance floor, so it's spilling over the edge a little bit. Spilling over. I'm not making a mess, but it's spilling on the cup. So man, you know, a good song comes on and boom, it slips out of my hand because the glass is wet. But I catch it right on my pelvic area, but I caught it, right? So gin and tonic all over my pants. Looks like I peed myself. And on the floor. Immediately when it happened, I looked at Emily. I was like, go. So we left, right? And I kid you not, I'm not even exaggerating. Within 5 minutes, we go back to the hotel room. I changed my shorts. I changed my top. I brought another pair of glasses with me. I changed my glasses.
Yeah.
I had my hair some up, some down.
Yeah, you got to change.
Oh, yeah.
New identity.
I had to. I had my hair some up, some down. I put I put all my hair into a bun. So new hairstyle, new glasses, new shirt, new shorts, and I changed my shoes. I was like, we're going back. So we went back to the silent disco, and we went to a different part of the floor, and just continued the night, right?
That's awesome.
That was not the last time a debacle happened. We go to another silent disco. This time, smarter. I drink half the gin and tonic, then I go dancing. So I'm dancing with my half and gin and tonic, boom, 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 really secure, really tight grip on this, really tight grip. Emily gets a little ahead of herself, and Beyonce comes on and boom, smacks it out of my hand.
Same. I understand. In those circumstances, I understand. Okay,
guys,
she was a victim of circumstances.
She was a victim of circumstances.
There was no catching that one. Boom on the floor, glass everywhere, drink everywhere. We shut down the dance floor. Wow. The lights come on in the club. Of course, I go to the bar to get another drink. I needed another drink stat. And they're like,
you got that
everybody off the floor, there's glass. Yeah, I know. So they said no more drinks on the dance floor. So, you know, of course, I still brought
you
one.
ruined it for everybody.
That one.
You wrecked it. No, okay.
I have a picture of the drink all over me.
You should have known what she was doing with those dance moves, though. Like counteracted with it.
Listen, no one can prepare for Beyonce.
That's true.
Last part of this whole cruise story. Well, on the cruise part. So we buy the drink package. The next day, we realized there was a double charge on both our accounts. We got charged for 2 drink packages, right? So I go down to guest services, wait in line. And I explained to her, and she said, okay, you know, it'll be off, da-da-da. That was that. The last day of the cruise, we get our final invoices for the cruise.
Worst
day. The charge was still on there. Well,
yeah, you wrecked the dance floor and the party.
One for $520 on mine, another for $520 on Emily's. We are in line for guest services. And I really had to use the bathroom. I was like, Em, can you take care of this?
That's something I would do, Chris. Kudos to you. I would make up an excuse to get out of line so that Rachel could deal with it.
I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. So I was like, she can take care of this. I'm an arguer. Like, I will argue if I get screwed.
I will
not. Right?
It's the obvious.
But
I'll take it. Give me what's on the sticker price. I'll take it.
I conveniently needed to go to the bathroom right after the captain said, oh, we are approaching a small boat in distress, and we are going to stop to see if they need assistance. I go up to my room, I look out my balcony, and there's I can't even call it a boat, of 20 Cuban immigrants. We are in the middle of the ocean. People were throwing water bottles out to them, trying to get water to them. The captain's like, guys, we are going to get them water. Stop throwing water bottles to them.
Meanwhile, there's one that stands up and waves and he goes, Chris, my very good friend, it's me, Bubba Job.
No, that's from Africa. That's not from Cuba.
They didn't even want to get on the boat.
Good God.
They come up in their boat with their little motor. They didn't even want to get on the boat. They go, Estados Unidos, and they're pointing. They just want to know which way the United States is because they're just going to keep on going. So
they're like, tow us along with you. Just tow us.
So the Royal Caribbean goes out, delivers them 2 cases of water. Well, 1 because 1 fell in the ocean.
You don't want to go there. Turn around.
Yeah, obviously.
So there was that. So then Emily comes back over to the room. She goes, couldn't get that charge off. We bought 2 drink packages. It wasn't $5.20 for both, like the guy said. It was $5.20 each. So I was like, that's not what the guy said. He said $5.20, quote, for both. So I go back down to guest service for 45 minutes, and I'm talking to this woman. I'm like, this guy said for both. She said, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. This is the last day. I said, I came down the day after. She goes, yeah, you came down to confirm the charge. I said, ma'am, do you think I stood in this line to confirm a charge that is on my account?
Yeah.
You think that I stood in line just to have a conversation with this person so I can confirm that I'm being charged for something that I'm disputing now? She goes, that's what's in the notes. I was like, I don't care what's in the notes, man. She was obviously confused. So then she gets me on the phone with the supervisor, right? And he's like, oh yeah, man, sorry, there's nothing I can do. I said, well, please make sure that guy doesn't say both and says the word each to the next person that he tries to sell this to, right? So we go back up to the room. I am like shaking. I'm so angry, right? I'm like, I'm not done with this. I go right to Facebook and I send Royal Caribbean a message. And I sent this whole thing to their customer service team on Facebook. We go to a comedy show. We get back and there's a little ticket on our door saying, please give us a call. So, because I told him, I said, I'm on the ship right now. Like, I was misled. So they gave us an extra 25% off. So we, instead of paying $1,000, I think we paid $700 for the 2. Because if not, we would have been paying on average between the drinks that we paid. If we paid over that $1,000, we would have been paying over like $22 a drink, and that's for coffees. That's for Gatorade. So every Gatorade we got would have been $22. Yeah. So it brought it way down, and we saved money. So it was. There's a language barrier. These people are from different countries.
I'm glad that
right?
they heard your plea, though, and they corrected it. That's good.
Thank goodness.
Oh, man.
I understand there's a language barrier, but they need to train people to say each, a word like each instead of both. That's very, very confusing to people.
Yes.
So anyway.
Yes, for both of you, it is 500.
Yes, for both. Yeah. For both, it will be $520 each, right? So all in all, it was a great time.
It sounds wonderful.
It was really fun. But one thing I do want to say is that I could not wait to get back to America. I first of all, seeing these things in Mexico, seeing dumps on the side of the road while we're four-wheeling, just their dump is on the side of the road. Seeing these Cuban immigrants trying to escape Cuba in the middle of the ocean, frying in the sun, while I'm on this huge boat drinking a glass of wine watching them. I've never felt more like entitled in my life.
Yeah.
I have a drink package where I can just go up with a card and pay, and these guys are getting water bottles pelted at them because they need water. This is insane. Yeah. Like, I'm never taking anything for granted ever. Every little problem that I think I might have will never be as much as these 20 people in a boat. And I will send you guys the pictures and videos. There's an article that came out online. Like, there's a picture of these people. The Coast Guard tweeted about it. Like, they unfortunately were sent back to Cuba, but they were in the middle of Cuba and the Keys. Like, they were almost there. But we snitched on them, and now they got sent back to Cuba.
They were much better off going back. I mean, our president can't even read off of a teleprompter. Why would he want to come here?
Okay. Oh my God, I can't with you, Scott. You and I are about to fight physically.
So one last thing. Gosh, this is really bad. So the comedy show, that the last day of the trip, that was the day that the Cuban immigrants, we saw them on the ship, right? The comedian comes out and his opening joke was, "Oh, it was really nice we helped that, we're on Royal Caribbean, because that was really nice we helped that Carnival cruise out earlier, giving them water." And then he goes, yeah, and then that was so nice, people from the 16th deck throwing him waters. He goes, how ironic is that? You're asking for water, and the one thing that takes you out is the one thing you need. Yeah, so that was fun.
Good times
But oh my
by all,
gosh, yeah. But I
yes.
will cruise and cruise again. It was great. I'd love
I
to go
think
on a
that
cruise
we
with,
should do
with
a
all
No
of you
New
guys
Friends
someday.
podcast cruise. That would be fun.
Absolutely.
That'd be a lot of fun.
But yeah,
Yeah,
great, great time. It was awesome.
That would be fantastic. All right, Chris, you got any cliff notes for us tonight?
I do have a few. You made it hard for me talking about your family because my sick sense of humor did not mix well with family. So I do have a few things here. So Scott was talking about how much he likes Genie Plus. All I could think of was upper class white male endorses premium ride reservation systems.
Yes.
That single-handedly keeps working class people out of Disney from the confines of his gated community, all while speaking into his $400 microphone. That's just
Yes.
It was going through my mind.
Yes.
Mary said she had family members, quote, come down to visit Cherry Pocket. Now, for Mary, this is an innocent family get-together. Coincidentally, if you go a little further up north into the Panhandle, they just call that an orgy. That's just an orgy. And lastly, she talked about going out to eat. I never understood a restaurant having a lunch and a dinner menu. It's like, why would you deny someone food that's sitting right in your fridge just because it's not the time of day? I mean, imagine this. They release repeat criminals in Polk County faster than they do the snow crab legs. That's all my cliff notes for today, folks.
Oh, God. They were great.
Awesome, Chris.
That was good.
Look, if you'd like to sponsor us, shoot us an email, nonewfriendspodcast@yahoo.com. Check out all of our sweet merch. Please connect with us on all of our social media links or become a Patreon member. That's a Clubhouse member, a friend with benefits. Just visit our website, www.nonewfriendspodcast.com. And please vote for us, Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando competition under the category Local Notables Best Local Podcast. That's vote.orlandoweekly.com. On behalf of Mary and Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.